All right. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Let me pop out the chat real quick. Chat. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. There we go. How are you doing? So today I'm going to try different tools for influencers, which basically means creating you in different kind of situations and see how good that is and like how far can you go with that. What kind of situations can you create? Do they look realistic? Do you look yourself? Is it quick enough? Is it similar enough? Stuff like that, just to try that out. We can bring back that wheel again of random things that you can suggest. Random word wheel online. There we go. Okay, we can do that. And then we just try out different tools. I'm not sure if I quite have all tools yet. Maybe we can think of other tools that I forgot about. Right now I have Hicksfield, which probably is the most kindled specifically towards that. Then we have Korea, which is probably the fastest. I also have OpenArt, which has like interesting tools in there. And then also Midjourney. It's not really made for it, but we can play with it and maybe we get some good stuff. So that we have some choice and overview. And also they're different from the pricing and stuff like that. And it also kind of depends on what you want to do, right? So there's different choices. For example, with Midjourney, with the unlimited subscription, you can basically, make unlimited videos, unlimited images. So maybe, even though it's not meant for this kind of thing, it might still be good. I don't know. But then again, Hicksfield, for example, has the better camera tools and camera movements, and they always add new stuff to that. So maybe that's better, you know? Also, they now added VO3, which is extremely expensive, but they have it. Like, I mean, if you're successful with your influencer thing, you can certainly afford it, you know? So, there's different options, different ways to do it, right? Hi Gary, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. It's to restrict, right? Really? Why? I don't include ComfyUI this time because I'm streaming with only one computer, and Flux is the same. Flux is Flux, so you can do the same thing, right? We could maybe, I can see I have this kind of like Comfy online thing. Maybe we can try it there, but to be honest, I haven't used ComfyUI in a bit, so, Is it Comfy online? Is it something else? I can't even find it. Yeah, it's Comfy online. Does it not exist anymore? Let me look at the video real quick. Stop. No. The stupid ad. 1 second. I will mute myself for. I can actually mute my computer. I forgot about that. 1 second. There we go. Man, this advertisement all the time. Let's see. Oh no, it does exist. Ah, it's called app. Okay. We can try that maybe. Let me log in there real quick. So that we have an extra tool. And we can see if that works or not. Oh, I have... Oh, no. Oh, I do have enough credits, I would say. All right. Oh, nudes, they're like not safe for work pictures. Do you really want to do that as a job to make money? I mean, it's fun to do it for yourself, not off yourself maybe, unless you have a very strange taste. But like, making money with that is like, isn't it kind of cringy? I don't know. You know, maybe could be good. You know, that's, I don't know. It's a possibility, but not, I don't know. Although I've heard that, I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that in the US, 10% of the women of the age range have an account on the fans page. 10%? Holy moly, that's a lot. I mean, not all of them do, you know, you can also just show stuff, you know, and not even like, sometimes it's just bikini, I guess. You don't have to do everything. So maybe, I don't know. There's interest for everything. So, you know, it sells well. It might sell well, but it's also a lot of competition. But I mean, I guess there wouldn't be so much free stuff if you couldn't make a lot of money with it, right? I mean, what other product do you know? Well, okay, YouTube. But what other product do you know where they give away everything for free and still make a ton of money? Like, there has to be something, right? There has to be some reason why. And it's apparently it works. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of it on influencers that make money from. Do they? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they do. Okay. Anyways, let's have a look at the screen here. 1 second. If I even know what the screen is. There we go. Okay. Cool. So we can enter some stuff here. That of course is not. That is safe for work. Is not safe for work. And then we can try out different things here. To be honest, I tried to do the thumbnail for this video and I didn't get too far. Like, this is not too bad. I have a copy of myself in the background. I mean, this is maybe, there's also a copy of me in the background. What? Maybe this is good. But this has hair. And I wasn't sure if people recognize me with hair. Which is surprising because it does look like me with hair. I think my forehead isn't quite that high up, but yeah, that's what I looked like with hair when I still had one. So that's pretty good, to be honest. But well, we can try things out. I got interesting results. Sometimes it doesn't look like me, especially when the camera angle is strange. Maybe you do have to have some images of yourself with this kind of like fisheye perspective in the training set to get something like this. I'm not quite sure. This was also, yeah. I guess it's like easier to be an influencer if you're younger, I guess, and like more, I don't know, more eye candy for the camera, you know, so that probably is better. Then everything looks better, right? Especially when you look at the explore page. Of course, everybody is young and slim and beautiful, so you just look good in any kind of situation. In that case, right? I mean, imagine I wear that, I look homeless. If I wear the same thing, I just look homeless. That's it. Boom. Nobody gonna pay for that. But this dude, it looks pretty good, right? How much money does it take per image? It's not that expensive, I think, on Hicksfield. The image generation is surprisingly cheap, I think. There's the pricing here. So it says, does it say anything about how much you can create? You get like 1740 gives you 600 credits. I thought it told you how much images you get from that, but I don't see it right now. I thought like 600 credits give you 600 images, but I'm not quite sure right now. Oh no, 2004 up to 2,400 souls generations, 2,400 canvas generations, 600 ChatGPT generations, 400 Flux context generations, 2,400 soul in paint generations. So I guess 2,400 images. It's a little bit ambiguous from the language. Like, what is generations? Because if you click on generate, it gives you 4 images. So I just remembered. When you go here on create, it tells you right down here 2. You see that? It says 2 here. So that costs 2 credits, which gives you 4 images. So one credit is 2 images, I guess. But then how do they get to 2,400? Not quite sure about that. Yeah. Oh, maybe without the model? No, it's the same. It's also 2. no matter if you have a model or not. And if the model training costs something or not, I don't really know, to be honest. But I mean, to see this in relation, all of that is way cheaper than getting the camera and taking the actual photos. So it's still way cheaper, and also getting on location and things like that, right? So it's still the cheapest way to be an influencer, right? And then we have here, of course, a Midjourney, which doesn't allow you to train a model. I don't know why they don't have that yet. But you have this kind of like thing where you can upload an image of yourself and use that. And we have to see if that actually works. So let's get started with some stuff. Actually, one second. Let me go to the big screen real quick again. And let me open up ChatGPT and then hide the chat. I want to have this one. And then we're going to hide this one here. And then we're going to go back. Boom, there we are. Okay. So here I already have some prompts created. Let's see, what was the interesting one? Can't remember. Where did I do that? Oh yeah, the thumbnail I created with Kriya, by the way, which the resolution is a little bit low. Not the resolution. Sorry, not the resolution. The detail of the face is a little bit low because this is just Flux. And it looks good, but you do see it's not a photo, right? At least in this case here. What kind of there we have copied the prompt. What was I about to do? I forgot. I think we wanted to try a Midjourney, right? Yeah. Let's go in here and then let's go here. And then we have to upload an image. Oh my god, where do I have the images of myself again? Is this the folder? No. Oh god. Ah, there we go. Okay. Maybe this one. Okay, let's put this here. And then we can see if that does anything. You can personalize a Midjourney model over 85 blah blah blah. Prefer their personal models, but the personal model is about the style. It's not about your face. And this process is simple. Show you 2 images and you pick the one you find most beautiful. And then like it kind of like goes into your style, which I never did. I think now you can also change between these personal models, but this is about style. It's not about being you, right? Oh God, this guy already looks different from me, I guess. You can set here the strength also. This is at 25 right now, so let's set this at 100, which is the average, I would say, size. How does a consistent character, does your video showcase that? On these websites, it's very easy because the only thing you need to do, like for example, when we go to Hicksfield, here, consistent character, you click on create character, you upload between 20 and 70 photos of that person in high resolution, tells you here. It also tells you what not to do. And then you click on upload. And that's it. And then it trains it for you. So you don't have to do anything at all. The problem with me is, even though I'm in front of a camera basically every day, I don't really have photos of myself. So I had to go through my smartphone photos, which is not like the super high quality. You probably want to have higher quality images than that. And also in more different situations, which I also don't have. So my set is kind of limited, to be honest, for that purpose. So you probably get better results with better images than I have. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Hey, wow. This actually does look like me. The beard is way longer, but it's not bad. The clothing is really terrible, though. The clothing is like, it has no pattern, which is really surprising, though, because you would think like Midjourney is really good with patterns, right? You could, of course, always get away with saying you have more plainclothes, minimalistic style, which works today. A lot of people have that. Who was a little late? Oh, was it you? Was a little? No, don't worry. I just started. So that's okay. But that looks surprisingly like me, even from a side view, even though that wasn't the image I uploaded. Oh, this is... And actually, I'm surprised. It's actually pretty good. That the patterns on the clothing are not great. But we could change that in the prompt, right? Wait, let me copy this. change this to plain blue Japanese clothing with no pattern. All right, there we go. Let's see if that worked. Wearing a plain blue kimono coated with clean lines and no patterns, layered over minimalist contemporary streetwear. He holds a sleek umbrella like a katana. His stance is calm, focused portrait on some clouds. Background, dramatic light sculpting his face in fabric font. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. That sounds good. Okay, so let's try this here with that. And by the way, this kind of like training process is the same on all the pages. You just upload the images and then the rest is done for you. So you don't really have to know anything about training, which I kind of like feel like it's the same if you do it offline, right? You can do some tricks and tweaks and whatnot, but usually if you select the images, you just click on training. Usually works, especially for a face, because like the face is the most photographed thing we have. So AI models are usually pretty good with faces, right? I would say. By the way, we can also try something today, because like with Hicksfield, you can also include, like, you can add a product afterwards. I want to see how good that works. I'm not sure. I've never tried that, to be honest. What do we have here? We can try the same thing here real quick. 1 second. Let's put this in here. The good thing about Korea is it's very, very fast. So you can go through tons and tons of image generations with not much waiting time, and then just pick the best one. You see, boom. It takes like a couple, like maybe 4 or 5 seconds to generate 4 images. I don't know how they do it so quick, but you get that kind of quality. And then, by the way, I forgot about that. We can also do that. I should still have, let me check that. What was the upscaling page? What was that called? Magnific. Magnific. I should still have credits with them. Magnific. No. Magnific AI. There we go. Because if you use that for upscaling, I kind of figure you should get like super duper realistic skin with that, because that's like the best upscaler out there still. There's nothing that comes close, which is interesting because it has been around for a while and still nobody figured out how to do it better, right? So that's kind of crazy. So this is the image we have generated with Korea, to point that out. Oh, by the way, none of this is an advertisement. I wish 4 companies, 5 companies would pay me to make this stream, but that's not the case. So it's for free, baby. But you can donate if you want to. If you want to support me, you can do that for sure. Let's go here to upscale. And then where's the image I just made? No. Yes, that's it. Okay. So we went around the problem of patterns. This, by the way, is a shirt. It's not a kimono. So it's already like, not 100% there. But we're going to copy the prompt over into here. And then I will leave everything like this. Custom, blah, blah, blah. Wild, standard, portrait. Portrait, soft, portrait, hard. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. Let's go with hard. Yeah. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, and this should be done rather quick. How many photos was this trained on? That's a tough question because I did that some months ago. I don't even know. Not too many though, and also like all of them in kind of the same light situation and also the same Hawaii shirt, because I just like chick 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 chick. I just clicked some photos with my smartphone because I didn't have, again, I don't have any photos of myself, which is a kind of a problem for this kind of generation. Let's go back here and we try the same thing here. 1 second. Let's go here on use and then replace the prompt. There we go. This minus has to be gone. Let's make this okay. There we go. All right. Let's see. By the way, let's try the same thing, but with the model number 6, because 6.1. I feel like 6.1 has some better stuff, but we have to see about that. Are you done with SD and local? Not really. I want to do more. but I haven't done it for quite a while, and so I have a problem on where to get started. I actually, to be honest, I'm actually thinking about maybe I can get some people from my community as a little like AI discussion round, right? So we can talk about, hey, this is new, this is interesting, and then I make videos about that, and maybe we could also have like a podcast talking about stuff. Because I feel like there is so many, on the one side, there is so many different tools out there that it's like impossible to have an oversight over all of them, and especially the nitty gritty of how to get good results. Then on the other side, if you focus on just one thing, it's getting very niche, and that's also problematic. Yeah. And then also, AI has become a little bit of a mixed bag. Right? Kind of like, because it has improved, but it hasn't not improved at the same time as much as I think me and a lot of other people would hoped for. So it's still in this kind of state of where you look at the results and often you think, yeah, but what now? What am I going to do with that? Because none of them, often like almost no result is actually really good or actually really usable. And so you're like a little bit left hanging, I guess. I'm not quite sure. You know what I mean? Oh. Whoa. Oh, no. Wow. Oh, man. There he is, Mr. Big Rip. The Oh, yeah, he knows how to defeat the buffet. There we go. All right. Master of the cruise ship. Anyways, this is not too bad, maybe. Also a little bit fat-faced here, but yeah, you know. A lot of Thai barbecue will do that for you. Although this is like Japanese. Again, like what's going on with the patterns? It's not bad, but it's not good at the same time, right? Okay, maybe, by the way, we should also maybe do something on Hicksfield. This, by the way, I'm pretty okay with that. Even though I don't like the stripes, I don't know where it comes from. And they have this, like, Midjourney has this god-awful advertisement video with that man or woman, I'm not quite sure, with also this kind of clothing with these stripes. It looks so bad. And this also kind of looks bad. And I have this baby hand here also. So again, like it's very mixed bag. Maybe this is cool, I guess. Okay, let's have a look at the upscaled. Oh, upscaled version here. Oh, okay, one problem that Magnific has is this kind of like aging. And I don't know why it does that. Accept. Oh, zoom is set and the wheel. So, as you can see, well, actually you can't see. 1 second. Can I drag this down? Oh, there we go. As you can see, like the skin texture massively improved and the hair detail and everything. But at the same time, I got like, I turned from like my age to retirement age in one upscale. And also the nose changed, by the way. The nose and the ear changed. Which is not the worst thing. I think people would still recognize me. But why do I look so old? That's not cool. That's not what you want to have as an influencer. So, And then you have to like experiment with this a little bit. Yeah, I like face swapping is not ideal for an influencer. So that's not a good solution, like you said, because of the body. It's a good result though. Like the upscaling, it added a lot to the fabric and the hands and the skin and the hair and everything is better. I just look way older. If you maybe know how to not have this age problem, that would be good for that stream. If you have like Topaz Bloom. Oh, I have a connection to Topaz, but I have not tried their tools for upscaling. Although I think they recently have really improved. And do we have to pay per upscale? With you used hard, we can use soft and see if that does it. But I don't think so, because it always has this kind of like aging problem. Okay, but let me copy that prompt and then we try the same thing on Hicksfield and see where we get with that. Let me click on create here. Hicksfield is the good thing is it has these like amazing filters like this, which are really nice from the style. iPhone, realistic, all this kind of style. Digital, this is what we have here. Bimbo core is like the I love that word. Is it politically correct to say bimbo core? I feel like it's a little bit on the edge, you know, or maybe even like a outright insult, but maybe not. I don't know. Are people proud to be bimbos or not? Right? Is that something you can say? Is that accepted or not? I don't know. I feel like in the past it was more like an insult, right? If you would call a woman a bimbo, it was pretty not good, but maybe now it's a style that people appreciate. So I don't know. I have no idea about that. Let's take realistic. I guess, and then right. Okay, cool. Let's do that and see where we go with that. You have 10 credits to test on Bloom, and then you have to pay. Oh, is it what? Is Topaz online? Is that not offline? Because they had a software. Upscale 8 times. Try it free. Upscaling blah blah blah. 2. Oh. I mean, is that a good example? It added a lot of detail, but at the same time it completely changed the image, right? Like, where do all these buildings come from? That's not the same image, right? So, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks very nice though, but it adds a lot of stuff. It changes a lot of stuff. I mean, it's always the question with AI is always, who knows, right? Because you only show the end result, so nobody knows, was it like this or was it like that? If you only know that image, that's the only thing you know, right? It's the same with the DJ set. Like, who knows if that was intended or not, right? Unless, of course, it completely looks or sounds like a problem, right? Ooh, I mean, that's quite a good upscale here, but again, it very much changed the image. So, but if that's like the thing you post, then that's okay, right? Why not? All right. Again, see how much the painting changes. I mean, that's also intended, I guess, because there's also some stuff that I did in the past. By the way, like, I really have to say, like, when people say, oh, well, what about the open source stuff? Do you still have fun with open source? I feel like it's painful and slow and like just, yeah, you know? It's not fun. It's not like snappy and cool anymore, right? Everything is like resource hungry and takes forever, and even my mouse is like jumping over the screen because the computer can't handle the frames anymore, just for one picture or like for a 5-second video. And it's often it doesn't have the quality at the same time, right? I feel like I'm still like I had so much more fun with the Stable Diffusion time. SD 1.5 still my favorite model, right? All the community models, it was like still way better. If it was still SD 1.5, or maybe Stable Diffusion 3.5 is still good, but I don't think it got a lot of support from the community with models and stuff like that. But I think Stable Diffusion 3.5 is more creative than Flux is. Flux is very rigid, right? So no installation on Bloom. So you just log in and then do it. I don't have any like Discord contact where I can say, hey, add some credits so we can test this out. But today it's not about upscaling, so it's not the most important thing. But I will contact them and ask. Oh, you're right. I mean, I got a little bit older, but not that much older, right? So this is actually pretty good. Wait, let me zoom in. Zoomy. There we go. And this is only 2 times upscale, by the way. I can also go 4 times upscale. That is pretty good, right? That looks actually like an image. I feel like it could have like done away with a little bit more of my like wrinkles and stuff. But you can still do that afterwards in Photoshop, because like I think if you want to be an online influencer, you probably also need Photoshop or Lightroom, probably Lightroom will do. To fix the things and improve it, and also adjust the colors and whatnot, to just like get a better result out of that. Yeah, so that's just, yeah, it gives you a way better result. Again, I'm just wearing a shirt, so this is not the kimono we dreamt of, but the result is like way good, right? That pretty much looks like a photo. Also with the hand, look how much that's improved at the hand. That is pretty insane. Of course, now I'm zooming in a little bit more. The hands don't look like my hands. The fingernails don't look like my fingernails. But, yeah, no, it doesn't look like that. But, I mean, who cares about that? Who knows my hands? Unless you're a hand model, and then maybe you can in-paint that. I don't know. So, that's pretty good. I have to say, I mean, it's very nice. Right. Still like open source for the control with Midjourney. Yeah, you have a lot of control with open source. That's true. I wish like stuff was less resource hungry and more creative, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the only really creative thing that's left over is Midjourney, with the results you get. But I don't know. Anyways, but the problem with Midjourney is it has all these like mistakes in there, right? It kind of looks pretty cool, but it makes a lot of like little errors, and it didn't really like fix that too much. Also, like sometimes with the prompt, it's like not that sticky. Like for example here, what I wanted to have was I wanted to have the tentacles come out of the eyes, grow out of the eyes, like this effect on Hicksfield, and it just wouldn't do that. Like I just wanted to have one tentacle per eye. For the couple of renders I did here, it did not really do that. Here it did it a little bit, tiny little bit, but only maybe, where is it? On that one, this one. And there you have it, like a little tiny bit, but then again, it's not tentacles. And the tentacles also have like eyes at the start, which is also very creepy. But yeah, anyways. Okay, we wanted to test out. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So Hicksfield is basically built for that stuff. That is actually surprisingly good. And it does look like a kimono. It's kind of slow. I don't have a scarf for some reason. I don't know why. And I have like a leather jacket that looks like a kimono, which I think is a cool idea to have that. Whoa, look at that. It looks a bit like a trench coat, I guess. But it's not bad. And also the umbrella is like a little bit not so great, right? There's a nunchuku, which speeds up Flux context like 10 seconds per render. Nunchuku. Aha. For the Flux context render. I see. Right. Hey, Triple Head Monkey's also here. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Right. So that's pretty cool. I should maybe go here real quick. Wait, let me go to the big screen real quick. Let's just I open up a notepad. Notepad? No, that's the wrong one. Editor. There we go. Boom. All right. I don't know where to put that now. Let's put it down here. Okay, cool. Let's put this back. By the way, we still have that wheel. So while you're at it, please name me like at Olivio Sarikas, and then like put some ideas of like different looks you want to have, and then we put that in the spin wheel here. And if it's a shorter one, I probably will enhance it with ChatGPT. And if not, yeah, we'll just like put it in there, so we can try it out. Yeah. All right. So that's surprisingly good, I have to say. And then also you can turn that on. This is another interesting thing with Hicksfield is you have the camera movements, which again, this is like a specialty they have, because if I click here on video, you see like this is the general model, which gives you really good results, but you also have all these kind of like camera movements that go into the eye, the punch in the face. Should we do the punch in the face? It's like, there's not really a hand in there though, and it's not that close up, but Okay, I think we need to do the face punch. Bald bearded man in a blue kimono getting punched in the face. All right, there we go. Let's see. And the generation costs 5 credits, so maybe not too bad, I guess. Okay, let's see where we go with this. Who's writing me like 500 messages right now? I have to close down my phone because someone is. Oh, okay, a friend is sending me photos. 1 second. Oh God, I have a new phone. I don't know how to. Oh, there it is. Don't disturb. There we go. All right. You know what? By the way, I have to talk about this for a second. Is my other phone, does it still have a battery? I hate this kind of like stuff is good and then they make it bad for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, and there's also the messages. Are you kidding me right now? 1 second. Let me also quiet that down. Check this out. Is there anything private here? No, I guess not. Okay, so check this out for a second. So this is my old phone. It's the best phone I ever had. It's a Samsung 20 Plus. Really good phone. And this is this time thing up here. You see? Vienna and Bangkok, right? So that's what that looks like. It's easy to read. I see the moon up there. Blah, blah, blah. It has the date in there, everything. Perfect. Now, this is the S24 Plus, which, by the way, I bought used. I saved quite a bit of money, and it's like new. So I'm really surprised by that. This is the new design. This here, that shit here, that's the new design. It's small. There is no moon. There is no date. There's nothing in there. You can't change the watch face. You only get that. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's the only thing they have. What? Why? Like, this is like, there's 4 years between these phones and they make it worse? How is that possible? And you can't even like go back to the old version. I hate that. You know, and they did that with like several things, even like icon designs and stuff that are like harder to read. Ugh, I don't know why they do that. Anyways, the video is done. In the meantime, that was the okay. Let's see the face punch. I mean, I'm pretty far away, so it has to be a long hand. Let's see how that works, if it worked at all. Let's see. Oh. Okay. It's kind of low resolution though. I guess because I'm not close enough to the. Oh, she is not a fan of my channel, I guess. Boom! Where are you? ComfyUI videos, dude. You make too much web pages there. Yeah, that dish. Oh man, that's what you get. Boom! All right. I love the face movement though. Very cool. Can I make this bigger somehow? I can't, right? I can go full screen, but like I said, I have this like wide screen, which it's good for gaming. It's not so good for streaming, to be honest. Boom, there we go. What is the water that's coming off my face? Maybe it's from boxing or something. There you go. Disgruntled fan throwing her, I don't know what else, juice box in my face. Perfect. For some reason, this plastic thing here that's like floating around is like looking like it's breaking off. So that's actually pretty cool. I guess if we have like a close-up image, we should try that. We need to have a close-up image of myself. Let's go back here. And then also maybe change the ratio. This is also something we should try. And that might be way better. Wait a second. I'm doing the same thing again, but 9:16, which is not... Oh, it's just a preview ratio, I guess. It's not ideal for streaming because you only have like this thin sliver, but... oh yeah, I must be a digital artist, right. You copied my images! Oh, man. Oh. You know, I also I can't figure out like this, like the different communities where like If you're a digital artist and they like you're online and say, oh, they're stealing my paintings, everybody's like, yeah, but blah, but you shouldn't. It's like, don't get stressed. And then at the same time, people get upset when like, oh, you stole my prompt or something like that. Or you I don't know, maybe posting your image without credits is stupid. I understand that, even though a lot of pages allow you to download that stuff for some reason, even with Midjourney. I'm surprised that there is not more of that going on, because you have all these kind of like fake channels with like really bad content. Why don't they just, and I hope I don't inspire something here, why don't they just go to Midjourney, make a cheap account, go to the Explore page, and then you have videos like that. You don't have to invest any time or anything. You just can go here and you can download that, right? I can just go here, I can go right click, download for social, download low video, download even as a GIF, and then I can post it on my own channel. I think a lot of people probably do that. Right? Maybe you don't even have to have a subscription, but I think you do have to have a subscription to see the Explore page. But like, there's no protection, right? Even if you pay for it, there's no like, it doesn't disable the download. I mean, you probably could go around it anyways, but downloading something without a download button is probably a bit more illegal than downloading something that does have a download button, because then you're invited to download it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like it's not specifically hypocritical. It's just strange that on the one hand we say, oh, don't get stressed about we taking all of your images to train a model, but then we get stressed about people like I don't know, using our prompts or our workflows, which I understand. Like, there's users out there who create really amazing workflows, coming up with new ideas, and then like a week later, a company has that workflow as their new paid product or stuff like that. That is shitty, but at the same time, not really protected. They didn't do anything about like really protecting that method, if it's even possible. So it's like in the same area. And I had the same like done to me, by the way, like giving companies ideas or inspiring them, and then they just take the idea and run with it, and you don't see a penny from that, right? You received a bot reply. Oh, that's the bot is from, if you write me on YouTube, everybody who writes me a mail gets the email that this is only for business. And then, to be honest, often I don't read the emails I get. I'm really bad with that. I would need some kind of like assistant with a what is it called? Wait, let's go to the big screen. Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. I need her as the assistant, not just like sending me the mails, but then like, read the fucking mail, you loser. Come on, do your job. You know, because I don't read the mails and I don't reply to mails. It's really bad. I should do that. So I need some assistant who is really like kicking me to do that stuff, because I should do it. I know I should do it, but I'm really bad at that. Yeah, so anyways, can we use any of those? Maybe this one is kind of cool. So let's do the same thing with the punching. Oh, bald bearded man. Yeah, same thing. Let's try that. There we go. Why do you see Vienna time and Bangkok time? Because I'm in Vienna right now, where I usually live, but I want to live in Bangkok, where I spent like months, and now I'm here to like deal with some personal stuff I don't want to deal with. So I kind of like have to stay here at the moment. And then I want to go back to Bangkok. And this is why I have these 2 times in there, then I don't have to change anything. Or I also know what kind of time it is in Bangkok. And I used to have other also, like in the US and in I think China and Japan, just to know when people want to like call me or stuff, what time it is, right? By the way, what did we forget so far? We have not used OpenArt. By the way, OpenArt is pretty cool because it also is pretty good with texts, which not everything is good with. I have to see if Kriya is good with text. I can't remember, but I think it is. Kriya is pretty good with text because it's Flux. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. And like I said, Kriya is like, if you want to have it really fast and the quality is not the main thing, you can use that. They do have upscaling, by the way. They have like enhance here. The thing about enhance is it often changes the image dramatically. So let's make this resemblance here. Maybe let's go here to 90%, I guess, and then remove the AI and set it like to 25% or something. They should have some presets here. I would like that more. Let's make the sharpness a little bit higher. And then this is 4 times. You can also go max, which is 8,200 roundabout to 4,600 roundabout. That's a very big resolution, so that's pretty good. Let's see if that like actually does good things, because I did it before, and as you can see here, the quality is good, but the face looks completely different. And for some reason, I look a little bit Asian here. Yeah. Can I zoom here? Do they have a zoom function? Oh, they do, but oh, with the mouse wheel. Okay, cool. So you can see also here, it creates a nice face texture. It just changes the face too much. But that might be like, you can like go around with the settings, I guess. Oh, it's already done? Oh. Well, it still changed me though. The eyes look like I have been an alcoholic for the last 10 years. So that's not good. That is not where we want to go with this. Yeah. It did improve the face texture, and it looks way more like a photo, so that's good. But the face doesn't look like me. Maybe we have to go resemblance 100%. Let's try this again. Can I just try it here? Or does it do it on top of the one? No, it does the same thing, right? There we go. Actually, I was regarding thumbnails sent you like a few hours ago. Should be still up. Check when if replace. I can actually, 1 second, let me go here to the big screen. Sorry, I'm gonna check this right now because I'm sure I'm not gonna do it afterwards, because I'm really, I need someone to help me with that kind of stuff, you know. Oh, I see. I'm sorry if I phrase it like this, but are you one of these Indian guys who wants to make thumbnails for me? Because that's like the standard. It's like there's so many, and then the name fits, I guess. That's more for the kind of like if you would be Mr. Beast or something. I mean, we could like, wait a second. Let's go to the live stream. Can I show that? I think I can show that. I mean, you send it to me, so I guess I can show it. This is the thing that he created. Is that a thumbnail you would click on or no? Let's make a poll real quick. I write cool thumbnail and not Olivio style. Let's start the poll like this, so you can click on that. You can choose if you like that thumbnail or not. Because I do understand that these thumbnails work, but it's just like this is this kind of like Mr. Beast style. That is like everybody's using that. But maybe it does. I don't know. If it works, if people like it, I'm not against it, right? I'm just like, I'm no Mr. Beast. And this is like more the thumbnail if you have a lot of like personality, I guess. You're this kind of like outgoing entertainer kind of guy. I'm not sure if I would qualify as that. Or I would need to be maybe more crazy in my videos, I guess. I'm not sure. Banana one. No. That's the the banana one that I posted is what you like more. Interesting. Right. On the other hand, I don't know if I can like actually pay someone just for thumbnails. So that's like a bit of a problem, right? Yeah, it's kind of generic, I would also say. Not generic in the way like it's artistically kind of nice, even though the background is not exactly my choice, but it's generic more in the way that you see this a lot on YouTube right now as thumbnails. which also means at the same time that it does work, but it also means that you're like just one of the many guys who does that, right? Hacker man, yeah, probably hacker man, right? It's different from my style, right? Yeah. Although like it's always good to follow the stuff that works, kind of, right? Because as much as I do the videos because I'm interested in the stuff, I also do it because I want to show people stuff, right? Which I just like to explain things to other people. Like not explain in a, do your life like that, more explain in a, hey, look, there is a cool tool, you can try it, and this kind of thing would give you a good result, right? To do it that way. Okay, anyways, let's close this down. Now we know that now we know what this is about. There we go. My English is failing. By the way, today I heard what this is called. It's called streamer dementia. When your brain doesn't work because you do so many things at the same time and you can't think right. Streamer dementia. There you go. So I'm not the only one. It's actually not too bad, right? It's actually pretty much improved. We could try the same thing 4 times and then see how good we get it there. Because sometimes 4 times is better. Hey, you'll know that quote from what it is? Anchorman. 60% of the time it works 100%. It works every time. Oh, man. And I have to say, I don't know about you, but I have to say, the quote 60% of the time it works every time, it kind of still makes sense to my brain, even though it's wrong, because the 60% is per time, not like for all of the times together. But at the same time, if you do something 10 times and it worked 60% of the time, that 6 times it worked 100%. So, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. It's like wrong, but it's right somehow, you know? It's kind of like, you know? I know it's wrong, but it feels kind of right at the same time. In a stupid way, in a idiocracy way. Oh, man. What is with the eyes? I have to talk to the Korea guys, because that is like, why do I look like a... I don't know. What's with this alcoholic eye thing? I mean, I don't have that bad of eye rings, you know? What's going on there? And why is my face like that a little bit? Like the original's also a little bit like that, but I kind of look like on the left side like I had a stroke, and on the right side like I'm an alcoholic. What is going on here? I don't know. Is my camera there? Yeah, my camera's there. There we go. Yeah, the face changed, right? It changed slightly, but the eyes are not correct. It's... I don't know. I also, by the way, I feel like AI, there's a lot of innovation missing where I think, why don't we have that? Like, for example, why can't I train an upscaling Lora for myself that is like high resolution and understands the facial details of my face, right? The skin details, the little like noses on, you know, the little hairs on my nose and stuff like that. Why isn't that a thing to have an upscaling model? If you know, for the improvement, I think that would be a good thing, right? It's being limited. What is being limited? That was a cool thumbnail, you think? Interesting. All right. Maybe we should try that. I don't know. Anyways, do we have any suggestions here, by the way? I didn't look at that. So 58% say yes, that's cool. Out of 24 people, so more than half like it. We could give it a shot, I guess. You might be able to do it with context. With the upscaling, you can upscale with context. Really? I thought upscale is just image generation. What do we need to try next? Oh, the video. By the way, we forgot about the video. I forgot about the video. Can I get this bigger? Oh man, I can get become a, what is it called, that the show, Jackass. There we go. Oh man. Boom. Why do I spit orange shoes though? That's very strange. Oh man. Boom. There we go. All right. Okay. Bam. Oh, that's so nice. Sorry that it's on the side, but when I go full screen, it just goes to the side. Boom. It is good content. It is good content. Even though it's brain rot, it is good content, right? It's just, yeah. Yeah. We need to try something more like that. Let's go back to create. And then I wanna have like a bald bearded man. Oh no, wait. A bald bearded man biting into a can I write Big Mac burger? Burger. In a colorful, vivid, fast food okay. Let me enhance that with ChatGPT. Enhance this image prompt. Oops. There we go. Just so we get something better. Towering Big Mac burger, well, maybe not towering. American twist. Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what, ChatGPT? What is this? What exactly do you say that is? What? Excuse me? What is going on? Whoa. Okay, ChatGPT is going on the dark side, I guess. Whoa, okay. Can I even, I think that's gonna be rejected as a prompt. What? ChatGPT, behave. Cinematic food? I don't know, food image. I don't know, food. Yeah, what is an alternative word for that? Food energy. Yeah, let's do it like that. And don't say towering here, just Big Mac. Let's hope it works. Let's see. Going spicy, yeah, totally. Right. That's my kind of offense with the food. Oh man. There we go. Crazy. Is it called that? I guess if I Google that, that's gonna be something very different. That's not gonna be these like eating challenge things, right? Was it called like what is it called when Asian people film themselves eating a lot? What is it called? The practice is called Mukbang. I never understood Mukbang. And there was also this like American guy who was really famous with that. And then he now is slim again, which is very surprising. Mukbang, there we go. Never understood that trend or why people would watch that. But yeah, I guess it's entertaining for some people, I guess. Who knows? Oh, there. Oh no, that's way too small. That's not good. Okay, we have to have a giant burger here. Bearded man. Okay, let's write eats a giant Big Mac burger with both hands. All right, there we go. What do you think of Grok 4 hype? I saw it's pretty good, but I haven't tried it. Now that's another thing. Like sorry I have to say that, but I wish like X would go down, because the thing why I say that is they if you don't pay for X, you have a really bad experience. Like, you're very, very, very limited. At the same time, I don't want to support, on the one hand, this very dark business practice that X has, and then also don't want to support Musk for the kind of like crazy person he has become. But if you don't do that, you don't have access to a lot of features. Now, that is the problem with that is not free speech. That is not social media. This is like preferring people with money to have a louder voice and more features and actual freedom on the website, while everybody else is limited to the very basics and can't even change their posts or anything, or like you're very, very limited. That's not okay. That is not good social media. You should be able to do your stuff, of course, in the limitations of the website, but you should be able to have the same tools as the big like dogs or big creators, you know, without having to pay. And YouTube does that. And like Facebook also kind of does it. And I think Instagram and basically social media, all of them does that, right? There's not really a page where it says, oh, if you don't pay us, like imagine you would have YouTube and YouTube would say, unless you pay us every month, you can only make a video that is like 3 minutes long. And once you upload it, you can't, like, of course you can't change it anyways, but you can't change the title or the text or anything. It just stays as it is. And you also like, you don't have a lot of other features you have. You usually should have, right? You can't make posts to your community. You can't make live streams unless you pay. That would be horrible. And that's what X is. And that's why X is like terrible. And this is why I don't want to pay it. But at the same time, if you don't have that, you don't get access to Grok 4, right? Which is also a shitty practice from them. It's really a bad page. I really hate it. I want to go somewhere else, but I don't know where, right? And then also it's difficult to, whoa, I like the gold change. What's going on here? Why have I turned into the burger pimp? Burger pimp, burger pimp. Okay, burger pimp needs to get a little face punch here, I guess. Where's the face punch thing? Oh, there we're still there. Eating a burger. Oh, a burger is getting punched, and then we have to do something else. Punched in the face, and spitting ketchup and burger bits. Maybe we can control that. Bits. There we go. Maybe we can control what's happening afterwards. Okay, let me know what else we should try. In X, you need to pay for visibility. Also visibility, I guess, even though I think you can get the same amount of visibility for a post as you would have with a paid account. But the difference is you just don't have the posting tools. So I think your reach is already limited because you can't make long posts, you can't make long comments, you can't make threads, you can't edit your comments or your thread posts. And a lot of other stuff you can do if you have a paid account. So you only can make a minimal short post and that's it. And then you're done. And if you make a little mistake, you can't edit it afterwards. You can't like rewrite stuff, which is bad for me with my dyslexia. I always have to go back and change something. It's a shitty page for any kind of content creator. What else should we try, by the way, out of these things? We need some more like strange things we do. We can get some inspirations here maybe from this page, just to see what kind of influencer kind of thing do we want to do. To try that. A lot of things, like for example that's also an age thing, I think. Or maybe, I mean, you can do it at that age, like she is like a young person. If I sit like that in my age, it would be very strange and cringe, I guess. And then I think at a later age you can do it again. Like if you sit in that pose with that kind of clothing and you're like 80, that's kind of cool, right? But if you do it in my age, it's pretty like, what's going on, dude? Unless maybe you're from a certain part of the community and then it fits again. I don't know. Punk singer or something. That might fit even with my age. At least if you're still an active punk singer, I guess. Anyways, so what else could we do? What is kind of fun to try out with the... I tried this already. With me, with the bolt head, it's usually better if I have... I tried this already, which worked surprisingly well. The problem here is you don't have too much control over the objects you're holding. By the way, we could try here to get something else into my hands. By the way, what's about the video? Is this already the video? No, this can't be the video. Video? Oh, you're already done. Okay. There we go. Let's go. Let's see. Oops. Let's make this big. Big. There we go. Oh, no. It completely failed. There's no fist. Boom. I just get a punch in the face by Burger Bits. Or whatever that is. Okay, that wasn't cool. Getting punched in the face by a fist. Okay, maybe we delete that. Okay, let's try this again. All right. By the way, does it say anything here? Oh, okay. 0 credits used. That's good. Create a program for the win. You can try that. That's pretty cool. By the way, if I have no credits used, can I do the VO3 thing? VO3 fast? We can try that. 70. Oh, that's very expensive. So VO3 fast, which you now have, is 70 credits. And if you want to have the normal VO3, it's 130 credits for a video. And the normal Hicksfield Lite is 5 and the standard is 10. So you pay between 13 and 26 times the amount to get that like same thing. We also have Hicksfield Turbo. We could also try standard for this, by the way. Let's try standard too. Needs a wider image. I want a cheese explosion burger. Exploding burger, but it didn't like really work. That's like I thought it would be. Yeah, it's the cheese infusion. That's like if you have too much of a cheesy crust, that's what happens. Is cheesy crust still a thing? Do they still do that? Can you remember that? When was that? That was way ago, right? Maybe 30 years ago when they had the cheesy crust, when they introduced that the first time. Boom! There you go. All right. Oh, we could try some other stuff. 1 second. Create image. Let's go here. Bearded man. A bald bearded man. And then let me go here. Selfie. Hair clips? No. Camera presets. Instagram. Maybe try this. Selfie with a wide open mouth. Okay. The whole video is cheesy, yeah, totally. There we go. But it's like that's the cool thing about Hicksfield is just like look how much emotion is in that. Can I make this bigger somehow? Let me download that image real quick so we can have a better look at that. 1 second. There we go. All right. Look at like, that's good, right? That is like really nice. The way I look at the camera, the way I hold the burger. This looks like an actual advertisement. By the way, like the crazy thing here, the crazy detail is because I cut my own beard and I cut my own hair, you can see that there is some hair I forgot to cut, and I also almost never shave these like parts of the face here, that like upper cheek beard a little bit. It's crazy that that's in there. Like, what? That's actually really like my lazy haircut. That's really crazy, right? That's amazing. And emotion-wise, I think it's pretty cool. Oh my god! Oh my god! I have a golden spatula, like I'm the hip-hop king of fast food. Oh, that is really good. Look at that. That is crazy. Wow. A golden spatula? Is that in the prompt? That is a insane detail here. I mean, the text up there doesn't work. It does have the McDonald's thing here, but that's really good. The fingers, what's wrong with... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The fingers. Yeah, that's always... That's what I meant. Like, AI is cool, but then it's always having problems. However, I think you can remove this, you know? And then maybe get away with that. I to be honest, like, I think, by the way, am I still in the image? Yeah, I'm still in the image. I think if you want to do like an AI, if you want to be an AI influencer, either you're good at Photoshop or you need to be, you need to have someone who is good at Photoshop editing to like edit out all of these problems you have, and then like fix that. And I'm pretty sure you can fix that, but you need to know how, right? And then you can get a really good result, because the rest of it is really, really nice. Of course, like, forget about the text and stuff and like these like things here. So, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's all a little bit, it's yeah, strange. What did I want to do? Oh, this one. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. Oh, man. You know, I kind of like, I think about like, why would someone follow an AI influencer? But at the same time, maybe if that AI influencer gets into like cool situations and stuff and like it's creative, maybe, I don't know, you know? I mean, there's all these VTubers out there. I always edit hands manually. Sorry, AI models just can't. Yeah, that's true, right? That's just not... yeah, it just can't do it. It's, again, too many fingers, right? I think maybe here it's a little bit easier to fix. You just, like, can hide one of these fingers, and then you have, again, like, your 4 fingers, even though you have a strange hand then. I guess as an AI influencer, if you come up with, like, interesting ideas to put yourself into interesting situations, that could be a good thing, right? And then also, I recently saw an AI influencer on Facebook, interestingly enough, where she was making videos where she was at an actual place and then always asking, what of the stuff that surrounds me is AI? And then she waits a little bit and then she reveals, oh, like the goose in the background is not really swimming there. Or like there is a stone, like she's stepping over some stone that are in a river, and then she reveals, oh, there is just grass, there is no stones. She just did it afterwards with AI. And the results always look very, very good, and you wouldn't know it's AI. And it's just like, it's just a partially using AI as in painting for a video, but still it's very, very good. Okay, the reason why I made this image, by the way, they're really nice. Let's try this one because it's just really cool. Let's do this as a video. And then I want to do this with the, can I say here, mouth? Yeah, mouth in. That's the one I need. Oh yeah. The camera is flying into the mouth of a bearded man. All right. Enhance on. Okay, this also does enhancement. Okay, let's do that and see where we go with this. And then I think we also did the videos a couple of times, right? Does it tell me what it did with what? I think we clicked a couple of times on the video thing, right? Does it tell me somewhere what it was? Settings. Oh, this is the standard model. Let's see if the standard model is better. Oh. Okay. Almost bit into that. It's not the punching thing, though. Did we forget about that, or does the standard thing just doesn't do that? It's kind of a cool video, though. But I more look like the guy from what's it called? Family? No, not Family Guy. Hammer Time. What is that called? Where he's the guy in the TV who repairs stuff. The German name for the show is very stupid and different than the... I think the original name is Hammer Time, right? From the original show. Is it? I'm not quite sure. And this is what? This is light. But I think we did light before. Yeah, we did light before. I thought I also clicked on the other ones. Yeah, and this is just using the general camera, so that didn't work. We could like rerun. Oh no, it's I didn't want to do that. Let me try this again. And then we have to go here with the punch. Face punch. And we need a different image here, right? This one, okay. Eating a burger is getting punched in the face by a fist. Okay. Let's see if that gets better or not. Oh, there we go. We're already done here. That's pretty fast, though. Oh! Wow. Camera is not completely going in, though. There we go. So that's going on the fans page. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think it should go deeper, though. Or I'm not 100% sure what's happening next. Wait. Can I search for the mouth thing? Ah, there. Oh no, that's it. It's stopping there. And then you have to cut to something else. I see. Yeah. I guess it's supposed to get dark. You can do it dark. You can make it dark afterwards in the video software. So that's not a problem. Or like cut to something else, I guess. Or like reverse it so it comes out of the camera and then you go on. For what it's supposed to be, this is actually pretty good. Boom, there we go. It should go a little bit deeper, though, and be not that bright. But yeah, it's what it is. Yeah. You passed over the second. No, because the second one is the same. Or did I change the prompt? We can see. 1 second. This is the one that did with light also. So that one didn't work. Oh! Oh my God. Boom! Again, it doesn't really work. I like how the fry is going into my mouth and then coming out again. Look at that. This one, boom, and then it gets out again. Very strange. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. That is pretty awesome. Boom. Yeah, it adds too much stuff. I don't know if that's maybe part of the prompt. Let's have a look at the prompt. What does it say? A bald-bearded man holding a large, delicious burger beams with excitement, ready to enjoy a moment of indulgence. Suddenly, a fist flies in from the side, making violent contact with his face. In slow motion, its impact distorts his features, skin rippling outward with bits of burger momentarily freeze in mid-air, lettuce and cheese suspended like confetti. The camera captures the shock in his wide eyes, highlighting a mix of surprise and sheer vulnerability. Bright neon lights cast colorful reflections on his startled expression, enhancing the chaotic energy in this moment of unexpected conflict. Dude, that is very detailed though. Wow. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? We have 2 more of these? Am I my streamer dementia is getting stronger? I can't even remember that. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, at least here I'm spitting I'm spitting a ton of fries, but still, at least this time it's kind of like fitting. Not 100%, but it's kind of like okay. I wish it wouldn't do that though. I just want to see the face. But you can turn the prompt enhancement off. So that's also a possibility. What do we use for that, by the way? This is also light. I thought we used View. Did we use View for anything? And that's the last one. Oh, there we go. Finally something. Finally a result. I mean, there is water now for some reason. Like the Boxer Rocky videos. But that's kind of cool. I kind of like how the spatula up here, like down here, is jumping around. Right? That's kind of cool. Boom. There we go. That's pretty interesting. Very nice. I think, can you extend the video? Settings? Playback, picture in picture? Does it not have extend video? Really? Hicksfield doesn't have extend video? That's it? That's all you get? Oh. Interesting. Okay. I guess not. What did we create as images? Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, so we need some like creative ideas for images. What could we do? Mention the burger with enhance off. Yeah, I guess. Oh, don't mention the burger with enhance off. Ah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Yeah. So let me know what else we could do, what we should do. Is getting punched in the face by a fist. All right. Enhance off. Standard? Yeah, let's use standard. Let's try this again one more time. Okay, good to know that I only use the action. That's pretty nice. Let's try some other influencer stuff. The Korea thing, like I said, is the fastest one of all of those. So there you can like quickly go through different kinds of ideas if you want to. What is raw? Oh, okay, they added that. Resolution. Oh, you can change resolution. Interesting. Oh, that's with the new Korea model though. I want to use Flux because there I have my style. That's my style that I trained. Add style. Okay, so we're gonna go 2x3, or not, let's go 9x16. Bald bearded man. Let's copy this. Bald bearded man in a neon cyberpunk outfit. High fashion shooting at night. All right. Wearing futuristic neon cyberpunk clothing. Yeah, that's a little bit of the problem with Korea, is it sticks way to the input, which of course in this case kind of makes sense because I'm always wearing these Hawaii shirts. It's putting that kind of like fabric and also the cut of the shirt into every image. So that's, God, why am I always really being made so fat in these images? Come on. Yeah, so it puts that in almost everything, because that's a downside is that Flux is just very sticky. It's really hard to get away from the input. So you better wear like a variety of clothing in your images to make this up, or like have like maybe plain clothing or something. I don't know. Although let me see. Wearing a white tuxedo. Oh, that works. So maybe it's also about that it doesn't understand what's going on. Okay. In a neon bar. Let's see what that is. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's write slender here and see if we get something better. Or let's write fit. Aha, there we go. All right. Okay. So personally, I think like if you want to have it fast, Kriya can give you really good results, and then maybe you need a good upscaler for that. But you can like go through a lot of variations as you've seen here and find the right image and then upscale it, right? Can I show Instagram on the live stream? Let me go real quick here. 1 second. Instagram. Can I not just search for images in general? Or like a hashtag or something? Not personalized. Wait a second. Let me see if I find a hashtag. How do you do that? As you can tell, I'm not an Instagram user. Do I have hashtags in my posts? I don't. Interesting. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Did Instagram remove hashtags or what? It looks like nobody's using them. Does someone know how do you do that? Okay, let's go to Pinterest. I have to log in. Sorry, I'm almost done. Give me a second here. Just want to search this real quick. Is that it? That's nothing. 1 second, let's switch back here. Like that's the That's male influencers. That's it. It's just pictures of them. I thought they were doing some more cool stuff or something. I don't know. Outfits. And of course it doesn't load. There we go. Yeah, it's just clothing. I mean, what did I expect, of course, that they do, but I thought it's going to be more, or like more creative or something, you know? Wait, let me try something here. Both when wearing, does that work? Yeah, there we go. That's better. There we go. All right. And it does look like me too. Okay. Wait a second. Sue dancing. Okay, that kind of like didn't work 100%, but that, I mean, that one is cute here. There we go. All right. And then yeah, you can animate that. This one. That's kind of cool. Okay, so they have a video function here. I can use Korea Kling 2.1. Let's try that real quick. There we go. You can take the bits about the face deforming from the enhanced prompt, but just cut out all the burger references. Okay. You're gonna be a star, yeah, totally. There we go. Oh, now we have that without the, like, just the face punch. I guess you have to render it a couple of times. It's like, it's not bad, but it makes a lot of mistakes though. Boom. It has it tries too much. We can try it again. Let's try the light version again and see if that's better. And does this really use no credits right now? Okay, let's try VO3 then. VO3 fast, if that works at all. And I feel like we tried that before. Oh no, now it's VO3 fast. Let's see if that works. Like, how do they do that? Oh no, now it's general. Oh, so if you go to VO3, it's using a general model. There we go. And I'm not sure if you can use, if you can say, if you can make voice. Let's go here. That is a hell of a burger. Let's see if you can say that or not. And I'm not sure what the ratio is. Okay, let's go here. Oh, this is still rendering. It takes a little bit, I guess. But in the meantime, we can potentially go back here to the image. Oh no, that's we are on the video page. Okay, cool. So you can do goofy stuff here, which is pretty cool, right? That is like, that's fantastic. Isn't that, that's awesome, right? Is varying. And now one thing I really don't like recently about Korea is they force this Korea 1 model down your throat. Like every time you click somewhere else, it's going back to Korea 1, and it's still in open beta. And I don't think it's as good as Flux. Abstract, strange. Let's see how that turns. Oh, okay. I'm wearing clothing. That's good. I thought we were gonna go in there. Oh, and I didn't even include the style. Okay, but let's delete that one. That was not so great. Seems to be holding a tiny boxing glove. Man, I can't talk again. All right. By the way, we didn't try this here. Explore. Does it have? You can color Flux consistent character. You can do that apparently. Oh, it's just does. Ah, okay. It has the 2.1 squish thing. I don't see context though. Context multi-image reference. But I don't think this is something else, I guess. And also it's an app, it's not a workflow. Oh, there's Flux context. Ah. Flux context depth. We can click on that and then copy this workflow. And then I have to go to workspace. And now I can open it up. And it should load. And sometimes it's a little bit slow. As you can see now, we have basically ComfyUI. And this is running online on comfyonline.app. And there you can... The only thing I don't understand about like Flux context is there's only one image. Like what's the benefit of this? I mean, you can prompt for something, but it doesn't make too much sense, right? What you want to have is like 2 images to say, have this person wear that shirt. But if you don't have that, the only thing is it does automated in painting basically, right? And that's a little bit like not enough, I would say. Maybe, right? Does this resize the image? Yeah, it does resize the image, I guess. So I could, I could put this. Or not. Ah, there we go. Wearing black sunglasses. How do you write sunglasses? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, and then you can just run with it. Oh, it's doing it square? Well, let's just run it. Let's see where we go with this. It works perfect with 2 images? How do you do 2 images? How do you load them? Because like as you can see here, is only 1 image loader. And the input is like also only 1 image. I mean, you can put 2 images into 1 image side by side and then try to use that. I had very mixed results with that. But how do you... yeah, you can join 2 images and pass it as 1. That's what I tried, but I got very mixed results with that. And it didn't really understand what to do. If you have, like, for example, on Korea, you can actually use 2 images to do the same thing. Like when I go here to Context Pro, which is the Pro version you can't use offline, you can use 2 images natively. And then you can like just mix them together and have that result, right? You need a different workflow for 2 images? On Civet AI. With your workflow? Murphy Lung. Do you have the same username on Civet AI or what? Oh, I wrote the... Aha. Mm-hmm. Ah, does it? It doesn't show the workflow, does it? Hmm. Yeah, the image, but it doesn't show the workflow, so I can't really do anything with that right now. I thought you show the workflow so we can like see that it like, but it does not use two image inputs separately, right? It just uses one image that has like two separate images combined side by side to one image, and then you describe it in the prompt. And I tried that in the past also, and it kind of like works. Did this? Oh, there we go. You see, and then you have this kind of result here, which, yeah, it's there, but it's, you know. Also, I realized that for some reason, if you do something like that, it does really bad faces. Like for some reason, that Flux, like the Flux context, yeah, the Flux context that we get is a bad version when it comes to face the face always looks like super low resolution, just like smashed onto the image, because you can see like the rest is still like the original resolution, and then you get this, and this is like pixelated. It's not really pixelated, but it feels pixelated, you know what I mean? I don't know why it does that. It's very strange for some reason. Ah, the workflow's embedded. Ah, okay. And I don't know if I can drag it in here though right now. By the way, let's look here at the what we got here. What do we try here?
That is a hell of a burger.
Oh shit! That is VO3 with the voice. Oh, the sound is off.
That is a hell of a burger.
Sorry, 1 second. Now you can hear it. One moment. Now you can hear it.
That is a hell of a burger.
That's pretty good, right? That is pretty good. It's completely not my voice, so that's one of the big problems here with VO3. And I hope they enable. I hope they enable that you can train your own voice and have it in there. And it kind of like, you know, let's watch it again.
That is a hell of a burger.
It's, of course, it's not completely me in the video, but I think if you come up with some creative ideas, you can still create something that a lot of people want to watch, right? One more time, 1 second. One more time. Oh man, that's good. That's really good. It's creating a second burger for some reason. I like how it's like taking measure and then boom. Yeah, very nice. And the way that I lean over afterwards just defeated. And I'm still chewing. I never stop to chew. That's how you get the Mac rip look. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's actually pretty good. That is very nice. That's also VO, by the way. What is that? That's VO Fast. Actually, VO Fast did a better job than the other. Was the other one full VO or what was it? Light? Wait. Oh no, this one. The one was VO Fast and the other one? Also VO fast. I thought we used the full VO for something, no? Oh no, for one thing, there's no punching. I just say something, and then here there is the face punch. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like, one thing I don't like about all these AI tools is they come out in the US first or some other territory and almost never out in the EU. And often also, like a lot of Asian countries, they get it like months and months later when the hype is gone and everything. Like, you know, why can't they have Flow also in Europe, right? And I guess maybe, yeah, there might be some licensing stuff and that, but really? Is that really such a big concern, especially when they train their models on all kinds of data and stuff like that? Is that really such a big issue to give Europe access to that? I don't know. You know, I feel like they're losing out on a lot of money by just like limiting to the US. It's very strange. But VO is also very expensive at the same time. So there's a bit of a downside. Didn't we also try it on Korea? Oh, we tried the dancing thing on Korea. 1 second. Where's that? And it doesn't have... Oh, there we go. It doesn't have sound, of course. Hey, there we go. Wow. That's pretty cool. Does it have sound? No, it doesn't have sound. It doesn't look like me from the front. So that's not so great. But of course, like the starting image doesn't really show my face. And the face also is very wobbly from the quality. But the dancing is pretty good. I like that. That's still pretty nice. Yeah, but it's just like, that's just the thing is, again, with AI, you have to know how to fix it to do anything with it. Like, it gets you, let's say 80% there, or let's say 70% there, and then the rest you have to do yourself, and you have to be good at it to fix it, right? And I think it's gonna stay for that for a while longer, because there's like, it's getting better, but I feel like it doesn't really get better in the way of fixing the problems it has. Well, that might be the wrong thing to say. It fixes some problems, but it kind of like other problems come up at the same time. You're always at that point where the output is good, but it's not perfect. And it's like, it looks nice, but you can't really use it. And then you have to do some tricks or something like that. Or maybe it's not you in the shot, or maybe you accept that in every shot the character looks a little bit different and you just accept that fact. Or you just like render it like 30 times until you get something that kind of looks like you, right? So yeah, the prompt is of course important for that, to know how to do that, and also to know what kind of model can do what. So overall, it's not bad. You can certainly do something with it, especially if you're creative and like fun and know how to do cool stuff. And also, I think like one thing you probably need as an AI influencer that builds on character is, of course, like knowing how to be entertaining, but then also knowing how to read the algorithms and just play with them, right? Because there's a lot of stuff out there that is cringy and stupid and brain rot and all these kind of things, but it works at the same time, right? So, you know, that's the, I guess you have to know what works and why you do it, and then it's gonna work, right? Probably. I don't know. Yeah, just accept it as AI. That's true. That's true. It's just like, the thing is, if you want to be an AI influencer and like, if you want to fake it to look real, like it is you doing crazy things, that's probably not going to work right now. I guess right now you have to go in a way where you create cool things and people know it's AI, but they don't care because the content is so cool that they still want to watch it. A little bit like with the VTubers, where it's an anime, usually anime girl, and then it's okay because the content is entertaining and they are flippy and full of energy and everything is like super duper, and then still people want to watch it, right? I'm not a huge fan of that, but there's a lot of fans out there, and there's like a massive like explosion of VTubers right now. So having gone on for quite a while, so that's still something that really, really works. So what's the verdict basically? We haven't used I wanted to use OpenArt way more, to be honest. But I would say from my personal like perspective, Hicksfield is the one that creates results that look way more like actual photos, but it is probably more expensive and slower. But I don't think you get anything like this from any other tool that looks just like that, with these kind of like crazy camera perspectives, and they always add these kind of additional filters and stuff, so you can do a lot of cool things. Like also this, for example, you can really forget about that, doing that with Krea. Doing that with Flux, or like any like offline tool. You could probably experiment around and make a painting or a drawing and then get somewhere. You can probably also do it, by the way, if we completely forgot to do anything with ChatGPT. Even though I don't think ChatGPT... Oh, no, it does have a face upload. I forgot about that. But that is something that's specific to Hicksfield. On the other hand, the only thing that is maybe problematic here is that there's a limited amount of tricks you can do, and then everybody who uses the tool uses these tricks. But you can still come up with cool ideas. Like I haven't seen anyone doing a giant banana, so that's new. So even with the tools, you can have a lot of variety in there. And if you come up with interesting, crazy ideas, you can certainly also do some interesting things. By the way, we didn't try to in-paint a product. We could maybe try that now. Look at that. Sexy boy, there we go. Oh, there's a hand up here, but you can fix that. I think this is an easy fix in Photoshop, to be honest. Right? Just like select this, right, remove the hand, and you're golden, I guess. That's it. What is the classic photo from that guy? He played, what did he play? MacGyver? No, not MacGyver. The other one. The guy in the sports car. What is his name? With the beard. I can't remember. I'm sure you know who I mean. Magnum? Was it Magnum? No, it wasn't Magnum. I can't remember the name of the show. But you know what I mean. So you can do a lot of cool stuff with Hicksfield. And also stuff like that, you can also forget about that with Flux. It just doesn't know how to make these big hands. It can do something similar. Tom Selleck, there we go. Yeah, Tom Selleck. Is Magnum? It is Magnum? Oh, there we go. Magnum PI. Yeah, Magnum PI. Wow, that was a good show. All right. Like I showed in my other videos, like you can do some pretty cool stuff that looks very, very good and realistic, with the thing of the small mistakes. However, with Krea, you can be very fast, but not very realistic, because it's Flux. So that's probably a downside here. By the way, let's also try Krea 1. Can I use this with Krea 1? Just to give it like how do you say? I don't know what. Give it a chance, let's say it like that. Oh, no shirt. Okay. Okay, it's actually better than I thought. I have to admit, it's actually better than I thought. Look at that. That looks pretty much like me, right? That's pretty good. A little bit chubby, but that's actually the kind of like chubby I am right now. And it looks way more like a photo than Flux managed. And like... How does every AI on the planet know what my chest hair looks like? No matter where I go, they always know exactly what my chest hair is. And I have no photo of my chest hair in any of the training data, unless this like little part here that you see through the Hawaii shirt. And always it's like, boom, there you go. This is your, I don't know, DNA of that's what you look like. Okay, that's maybe a little bit too monkey style, but yeah, I know what I mean. It's actually surprisingly good, even with the green screen. Very nice. It is not that funny bunny suit though. So I would say like Flux is more fun from the creation, and this also looks pretty good. And then you can upscale it either with Magnific or even like here on Krea. We can actually try that out right now. What happened? Where did it go? Oh, enhance. Sorry, we have to go to enhance. Let's go here, resemblance, and then make the eye strength less, and then maybe sharpen it a little bit, and then let's go 4 times, enhance. Okay. Is it true? Is what true? Because you average? Yeah, because I'm average. Probably, right? I got that Mediterranean carpet. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe we're nothing but mammals. Right, there we go. Yeah. The good old Animal Channel. There we go. Yeah. Just one of the bunch. Google gobble one of us. Google gobble one of us. There we go. All right. ComfyUI is probably the most sophisticated. Even at that point, I have to admit I can't really tell if it's better or not. And I think it's not better for the reason that open source doesn't get access to all of the pro models, right? And that's a little bit of a downside because often the pro models are way more sophisticated than the open source models that they give you, which is often like light models or dev models that are not fully there. While the paid guys get they get access to all of the kind of pro stuff, and then you get often better results. You can probably, with a lot of effort and fiddling around and searching online and talking to people in the community, figure out a way to do it good and get some unique results. And I think the more unique you want to be, the more creative you want to be, probably you need to go into the area of ComfyUI. So if you want to go down the like artist, go to the limit kind of route, route? No, you know what I mean. You're probably at home with ComfyUI, and that's probably the best solution. But if you want to churn out content fast, you're probably better with like online solutions like Krea or Hicksfield or any kind of other, maybe Runway and stuff like that, because of the higher, like faster turnaround and higher quality you might get out of the models themselves. The thing there, though, is they are limited because the thing you can create is filtered. And you only can do what they allow you to do. If you want to do something else, you can't change the way they do it. And that's a problem, right? So, but I guess you can still be very creative. And we still have these like alcoholic eyes here. I don't know why that happens. But, man, I have some. There we go. I want to see if I can fix that in Photoshop real quick. 1 second. How can I download this? Here. If this is a quick Photoshop fix, it might even be worth it. And also Photoshop does have upscaling, but I think not really AI upscaling. Photoshop 2025. What's the best free option? Not Civit AI anymore. I mean, Civit still has a lot of models on there, right? Isn't there like also, what is it called? TensorFlow or TensorArt or something like that? That has model download. Okay, let's load this. And then let's zoom in here. Zoomy. There we go. Should we? Let's try it like this. Creative fills. Brown eyes. Let's just write it like this and see if it creates it better without the eye bags here that make me look crazy. Also, the eyes are not round. So Magnific does that part better for sure. Oh my god. Oh. No. Okay, let's say male, brown eyes and eyebrows. No eye bags. There we go. I mean, this is not too bad. Still pretty big eye bags there. And also, these are not my eyebrows, so this takes away from the... Oh, there we go. I have to zoom out a little bit, though. The eyes seem too small. The hell is this? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is even more crazy. So it's not an easy fix with Photoshop. It doesn't... It's very strange that even now that you have to basically pay for it on Adobe for the generations, even with the in-painting, it doesn't have a slider here where you can say take more properties. They have more properties. Why does it say more properties and then do nothing? There's no slider on how much you want to take from the original image, which is really a shame, because that would very much help to make this better. And as you can see, like, it's not my eyes. Even though the eyes are fixed, it's not my eyes, which makes it a different face. And that's a problem, because the eyes are very much part of the identity also. That's why they make the black bar over the eyes, right? So if the eyes look different and the eyebrows look different, that's just not good. Doesn't work. Okay, so that's not as easy a fix as I thought it is. You can probably do it somehow. Pretty sure about that. Yeah. But still, you get something sort of nice on Kriya, minus the eyes. Yeah, with high resolution that you can use then on social media and such. I mean, the rest of it is pretty cool, right? The rest of it did a great job. So that's pretty nice. Yeah. So yeah, you have these kind of options. You have to torrent some models. I think now, yes, someone started like torrenting models. So you can download you can download the models that have been removed from Civid.ai and also from other pages, like from famous actors, like stuff like that, and like not safe for work content and things like that that have been removed from a lot of these pages, because they crack down not just on Civid.ai with the payment thing, right? So that's an interesting development. By the way, on a side note, which is pretty interesting, you probably know EVE Online. I've never played it, but there's a lot of people who play it, and it's a very long ongoing online game. Now they have a new game, which is called EVE Frontier. It's similar, but it's more like a survival kind of game, different. And the interesting thing about that is it has a cryptocurrency inside, and the reason for that is because they say then the game can be independent from the developer. If that is true, I don't know. If the game will succeed, I'm not sure, because a lot of people, including me, are very critical of that kind of crypto thing in there. But the one thing that's interesting here is that this is a very established developer with a really, really long track record. This is not like one of those games where it's just a bullshit game and they just want to make some bullshit crypto coin and then go away and just rob everybody of their money. They have a track record of actually building a really, really, really good game. And then now they try this. There have been other game developers with a long track record trying out NFTs and stuff like that, but this is not NFT, this is crypto. So that's a little bit different. I'm not sure. But the interesting thing here is they try to fit it more into everyday life, and by that you can make platforms and you can make things that are more independent from any kind of banks or any kind of other structure that says, oh, you have legally the right to do something, but we still won't allow it because our company doesn't like it, which is not great because you have the right. This is why you voted for that right. This is why future, like past generations fought for these rights and really struggled hard to get you these rights. And now companies just say, sorry, we don't like that. That's not great. So maybe that could be a way, and maybe it's becoming more mainstream. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan personally. But if it's done in a good way, it's done in a good way, right? Everything that starts out is a little bit strange at the start, right? Although, to be honest, like nothing has been quite so cringe and scam-filled as crypto has, compared to other inventions. I mean, right? Anyways, that's enough out of me. And also we are over the 2 hours. I hope, like, I didn't try as many tools as I want to. I actually wanted to try Midjourney way more. Let me know in the comments if we should do this again, second round of trying to do these like AI influencer things with different platforms and different like things we can test on there. It was certainly interesting to see the weaknesses and strengths of different platforms and see how far you can go. Yeah, so, and like I said, like a lot of platforms just use Flux, so there isn't like a big variety, so it wouldn't have make too much sense to say, let's take 5 different platforms and all of them use Flux and Flux Loras. It's just the same thing. The difference is the tools you have, but you know. So Krea is a good example because it's very fast, and then Midjourney is its own thing, and then Hicksfield is also its own thing. And Runway we didn't test, but I'm not sure if Runway has this kind of consistency. We should have tried that out and didn't. Anyways, if you want to, we can try that out. And I will do maybe a live stream next Wednesday or Tuesday, like trying to do 2 live streams per week instead of 1. Because I feel like that's interesting to connect to the community and just like test out things. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Let me cue up the music. There it is, and find the end screen. It was very nice hanging out with you. Thanks for the cool chat and everything. And see you soon. Bye, my friends. Have a good night or a good day. Bye.